Ever feel like, your money just kind of disappears? Like it's payday one minute and then gone the next?
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, today we're diving deep into understanding our income and expenses,
Exactly.
really getting into the nitty-gritty. And for this deep dive, we're taking inspiration from the Mind Fuel podcast episode.
Awesome.
Get ready to unlock the secrets to, your financial DNA.
Yeah, and really kind of take control. It's fascinating how we can be so emotional about our finances. It's almost as if our money has a personality.
Right.
But when we start to get a handle on our income and expenses, it's not about, restriction. It's really about empowerment.
Okay, I love that. Empowerment. So how does tracking expenses actually empower us?
Okay. So let's say, for example, you're tracking your expenses and you realize you're spending like $300 a month on takeout.
Okay.
That realization in and of itself could be the catalyst to, start learning new cooking skills, saving money, maybe even improving your health.
Yeah,
And that's empowering.
I'm starting to see the light. So where do we begin? Like where do we even start with this whole tracking thing?
Well, first, we need to understand the landscape, right?
Okay.
When we talk about tracking, it helps to understand the difference between fixed costs, like your rent or your car payment. These are things that stay pretty much the same every month. And then you have your variable costs,
Right.
which are things that fluctuate, like groceries or entertainment.
Fixed and variable makes sense. I I got to admit, I'm already feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Where do we even start tracking all this?
Right?
Like, do we need a fancy app or something?
Well, before we jump into all the tech tools, let's talk about identifying your spending habits, right?
What?
Do you notice, for example, that you're doing a lot more online shopping after a stressful day? Or
Mhm.
maybe you're consistently overspending on entertainment. When you can pinpoint those patterns, that's when you unlock these major insights.
Oh yeah, I can definitely relate to that stress spending.
Hmm.
All right, so assuming we've started to notice some of our habits, what are some ways to make the actual tracking process easier?
Yeah, you're right. Technology can be a real game changer here. There are apps that connect directly to your bank accounts and automatically categorize your spending.
Nice.
Or maybe you're more of a visual person, in which case, budgeting spreadsheets are a great option. The key is finding what works best for you.
So many options. But isn't there a danger of getting caught up in the tech and not actually analyzing what we're tracking? I mean, what's the point of all this data if we're not learning from it?
Absolutely. I mean, technology is a fantastic tool, but the real magic happens when you actually take the time to analyze the data. The apps are great at gathering the information, but it's up to you to actually interpret it. Ask yourself, what does this tell me about my relationship with money?
Yeah.
Where are the opportunities to save, invest, or spend more consciously?
It sounds like this deep dive is about so much more than just crunching numbers. It's about understanding ourselves and our habits.
Exactly, exactly. It's about making informed choices that align with your goals.
So now that we have, a better grasp on tracking,
Hmm.
what one financial goal will you tackle first?
Yeah.
Take a minute, think about it. Maybe it's finally starting that emergency fund,
Hmm.
planning that dream vacation,
Yeah.
or even just feeling, more in control of your finances.
Remember, understanding your finances is an ongoing journey. This deep dive is a fantastic first step, though.
Right?
Keep learning, keep adjusting, and keep striving for that financial well-being.
Yeah, you got this.
You got this.
And that brings us to the end of another deep dive.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.